Now you begging and seducing, but beggars cannot be choosy. Been a queen for 8 summers, just tell them to come.
Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel, Tanisha Crispy. Thank you for coming back if you are returning, and welcome to my channel if you are new here. This is my best friend Kenya, and I'm actually going to be doing her makeup today if you couldn't tell. I'm getting started on her eyebrows. This is a micro brow pencil. Wow, it's not a micro brow pencil, but it is an eyebrow pencil from Colourpop. This is in the color black and brown. I did not use the pomade on this brow, but on the other brow I did fill in some gaps using the pomade.
What you mean?
Sis, I feel the dramatics about to come on. I feel you about to be dramatic. Like, I really feel it.
What's going on?
I really feel you about to be dramatic. Like,
what's going on?
Sis, this is McDonald's. Like,
so the order machines don't work?
I thought that was a lie.
Coca-Cola, y'all got high C at least? Like, what do y'all have?
We were on FaceTime with at least 2 different people during the lifespan of this video, so bear with us in these breaks. But right now I'm using the Morphe M432 brush, my favorite brow defining brush, and the Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the color Cafe to clean up her brows. So I was out of frame and out of shot for this one, but I basically used the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color medium beige, and I blended it out using that little mini Real Techniques brush, and I also set it using the Maybelline Fit Me Fair Light setting powder, which I love, by the way. I did a video on Maybelline, which I said I promised, and I do have. It's just I never posted it, and I used this in the video, and I talked about how much I loved it, but you guys didn't get to see that. I'm sorry.
Is this thing recording?
Yes, not bull. So the star of the show, except Kenya, is the Huda Beauty Desert Dust palette. I absolutely adore it. I've had it since its launch, but I haven't really touched nor swatched it. So this is my first time really playing with the palette, and I love it. The first shade I used on the Morphe, I think it's the R10. I'm not sure. But I used amber on this brush, and I applied it all over her lid, especially in her upper crease, in her upper arch. The next shade I go in with is saffron, I'm not sure, and I use a Morphe E22 brush for this. It's more tapered, but not really. It's because it's really wide as well. I tried playing around with that in her arch as well, but it wasn't deep enough. I was going for a deep look, and I thought this palette would give it to me, but I'm obviously colorblind because I was wrong. So to give this color some depth, I go in with OUD is the name of the color, and I'm using a Morphe M506, which I love this brush. You can achieve any look possible with this brush. You need it in your collection. And it was okay. It's a really beautiful color, and I have to do this look on myself and play around with it, but I was really going for a deeper look, so I needed this color to come through, and it wasn't coming through the way I wanted it to come through, you know? Which is not the palette's fault. I had expectations. I set expectations, you know? So I actually cheated a little bit, because this is not, if you can't tell, like, this is the darkest color in the palette. There's no way I could get this shade of black using this palette color. So I did go ahead and use my Melt Cosmetics dark matter stack, and that's how I got this darker, more deeper color that I was going for, more gluey color that I was going for. So I'm basically about to cut her crease. I'm using the e.l.f. concealer brush and the same concealer that I used on her lid to do this. I had her look up just to get her full crease. So you don't have to cut the crease as complete as I did it. Like, you could have left it as a semicircle, because most of it will disappear once you apply shadow over it. But I didn't do that. I just, did the whole full cut crease on her lid. Right here, I'm using the same brush. I just cleaned it off from the concealer, and I'm applying some Too Faced Shadow Insurance right on top of that. I forgot how tricky it is to work with Huda Beauty palettes, especially like their shimmers. You know, like you have to like kind of like scrape it up first to kind of get it on the brush, because it does not pick up with the brush. And you're gonna see me fail, I believe, and then try again. It just applied a lot better with my finger, but I did end up just scraping it and then applying it straight with the brush instead of using my entire finger. And I think I'm missing a clip, but the shade before this, using the same Morphe M509 brush, I did use Blazing, which is the orange shade in the palette, and then I went over it with black. So, yeah. Alright guys, so after I used the Eclat gel liner, I did put some of that on her outer crease, and I used the Morphe E24 brush, which is just a pointed bullet brush. It's really dense, and I used that brush to blend it out, and then I set it using some regular black eyeshadow, the same Melt Cosmetics eyeshadow. And right here, I'm trying to make her lashes as thick as possible, because we didn't have any lashes on deck, so we had to use some drugstore lashes, and it did the job, but I did use mascara to make it a little bit blacker. You know, it just could be better. It could be more luminous, I guess. So that's pretty much it for the voiceover. The remainder of the video is pretty much just end notes. I do tell you guys what products I used, and I do move on to doing her face. So thank you guys for watching one of my tutorials. I hope to see you guys in the next one. Okay. Okay, bye.
You're still waving?
We're trying to get a good shot of us, babe. Why are you going? Okay, bye you too.
No, I should have been like following.